Hey everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everybody for coming once again to my channel. Thank you so much everyone who listens in the podcast. It is Wednesday, May 15, 2024. When I heard about this story, I know I needed to make a podcast about a video about it because it's just, when things happen and they don't make sense, but really there's not anybody at fault. And please hear me out. I know there's gonna be a lot of back and forth in opinion. I just knew instantly that nobody here was at fault, really. So we learned that during the Easter weekend, a very famous actress, her name is Angie Harmon, I believe, Angie Harmon, she had placed an order for groceries on Instacart. I think a lot of people by now know what Instacart is. I use it all the time too when I can or when I don't feel like going out to the supermarket. And I think the beauty about technology and having all these apps is that you get to track when the person is heading your way. You know what I mean? When you get to see when the delivery person is coming to you. The same thing with the taxi app, Uber, Lyft, all of that. They tell you who you're gonna meet, they tell you when they're going and how far from your house they are. So the unfortunate event, and I know a lot of people are gonna be perhaps triggered and feel upset about it, and that's very normal. What happened here is very unfortunate, like I said. So she placed the order for the groceries, and the delivery driver finished shopping and shows up at her house, and the dogs, her family dogs, comes out at the delivery driver and starts trying to bite him or biting him. I'm gonna read to you guys the article exactly detail by detail of what happened. So the delivery driver happened to have a gun with him, right? Which a lot of people carry guns, okay? Carrying a gun is not illegal, as far as I know. So he sees this dog attacking him and he shoots the dog. I don't believe it was with the intention to kill him, but he actually killed the dog, okay? So right there in their driveway when he was just about to deliver the grocery store. Tell me about a tragic event. This is very tragic, it's very unfortunate. So what happened after that is that now this famous actress Angie Harmon is saying that she just placed a lawsuit against Instacart and also the delivery driver. So here's what happened, okay? Angie Harmon sues Instacart and the delivery driver after her dog was shot and killed. Harmon shared on Instagram that her dog Oliver has been shot and killed and alleges that the delivery driver at her North Carolina home did it per a complaint obtained by the authorities, by the media, excuse me. Angie Harmon is suing Instacart and the delivery driver more than a month ago after she claimed that her dog was shot by him. According to the court documents, the lawsuit says that she's suing the grocery delivery service and the driver, whom the suit names as Christopher Anthony Reed, for allegedly trespassing. Let me just continue. You ordered that and he's trespassing. So for allegedly trespassing, conversion, negligence, negligent supervision, hiring, evasion of privacy, negligent misinterpretation. She is seeking over $25,000 in damages, though the exact amount will be determined at the trial. In the filing, lawyers for Harmon claim that the actress scheduled a grocery delivery from a North Carolina grocery chain on March 30th. At the time, the suit alleges that Harmon believed she was interacting with the delivery named Merle, whose profile picture depicted an older woman while answering questions about her order. We understand that Instacart, this is why I like it. When I have to use Instacart, I have ordered things and the driver is like, or the delivery person is like, we don't have this. You want me to substitute? There is a constant communication. The minute you place your order on Instacart, you get notifications. You get it's a communication all the way through delivery, and after the delivery man leaves, as we know, because we at some point in our life we had to use Instacart. After they leave, then you get to do the review on them, right? So there's a constant communication. So they're telling you they don't have this, you want me to get this for you, substitution, right? So she's saying she thought she was speaking while he's shopping for groceries. She thought on his profile page on the app, it was an older woman who was depicted, okay? Let me see here. However, the attorney claimed that Reed, which is the delivery driver, was the one who arrived at the actress' home to deliver the groceries. The suit alleges that Reed was impersonating another person on the Instacart app, and consequently, Harmon had no idea she had been communicating with him, who is described as a tall and intimidated younger man. I'm gonna pause here because I had also ordered like Uber Eats or something like that when I had my studio, and I remember it was strange, but I didn't think nothing of it. I know I placed the order, I know when they're coming, and I'm waiting there by the door, and here comes this person who looked nothing like the person on the profile pic. But he said, "Hey, Julissa, I have your order," and I see Uber Eats. I see the sealed bag with my receipt. I'm waiting for him. They're coming for me. Like, if he's a guy, even though the profile picture is a woman, like, I don't really think nothing much of that. I don't know. Like, it's so weird. I will be like, oh, they switch, and then I remember looking over to the car, and I see two people in the car. So it's almost like a team. Like, somebody's gonna have the Instacart account, and they work together. Like, okay, we're gonna work together, but when we get to the place, you go and deliver the actual thing. And that's what I made of that. I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, oh, there's two people working. One person drives and the other one delivers. Oh, that's kind of like a cool thing to do. Like, because we know a lot of people who do Instacart, they do as a side hustle, right? So I was like, oh, that's quite interesting, but I didn't think nothing of it. Here comes this person that I was waiting for. They have my food. I can track where they are. I see them with the food, the receipt, everything. It's like, okay, everything worked out great. So she's saying that it wasn't him who she was speaking with. She said he was an intimidating, taller, younger man. And once he arrived, Hammond allegedly heard what sounded like a gunshot with her children in the backyard. Terrified for her children's safety, Harmon immediately ran downstairs to determine the source of what she thought was a gunshot, she claims in the lawsuit. When she arrived outside, she noticed Reed was placing a gun in front of his pants, potentially in his pant pockets. Looking to the side, she saw that her beloved dog Oliver was shot. Although shot, Oliver was still alive. She then rushed the animal to the veterinarian office, where he died. After the incident, police arrived and questioned Reed, but the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department closed the investigation before the animal autopsy was even performed. The suit alleges that Reed was not injured or seriously threatened by Harmon's dog and had ample opportunity to leave the property unharmed without shooting the dog. Okay, it is very tragic. That is the last. This is a delivery follow through after you place an order on Instagram that went completely wrong. But it's one of those freak accidents. Not that I'm trying to lessen what happened here, nothing like that. But it's very tragic. But it really isn't nobody at fault, if anything, in my opinion, guys. Like, she should have done a little more due diligence. Hear me out. As I said, when you are using these apps, the main point, this is what we like it so much, is that you know what's happening with your order. It's a one-on-one communication constantly. Even when you order Uber, you know if they're stopped to pick up something, to drop off somebody before they get to you. Any changes, that's why it's so cool about these apps, that any changes you get to see live. You're telling me that she's communicating with this person while he's grocery shopping for her. Like, the event is happening live. You get to see it live. The final part of this event is delivery. And if you're telling me that you're communicating with this driver 20, like, while he's actually, like, the show is happening live and you get to see it live. So the minute that person leaves the store, the grocery store, you know they're heading your way. Why are you not like making sure that the dog is in a place that he's not going to come out running? Because we see all the videos about the delivery drivers being attacked by dogs. For some reason, everybody thinks that everybody loves dogs, okay? When you're waiting, especially, like, I can understand, like, a mailman, you know, I can understand that they don't come at every hour, like, you know, usually comes by 2, it changes, it could be the weather, anything, but you have Instacart telling you, we're arriving at your home in we're 5 minutes there. You see them close by, you should be like, oh, he's right, like, he's here within 2 seconds. Let me get everybody, you know, get the door, make sure the dog is not, you know, not gonna go running the minute he hears a car pulling by or anything. It's just that it's a due diligence that was missed here, in my opinion, right? Not a lot of people are comfortable with dogs, and there's a lot of misconception when it comes to that. People say, you know, you can tell when somebody's good if they don't like animals. They're not. Like, really, there's a lot of people who get a lot of animals and all they do is abuse them, okay? So it's just such a misconception. And the weird thing about this case, it's tragic that her children were there and they witnessed the whole thing. One of her daughters, I believe, said to the driver, did you just shoot my dog? Like, that is so tragic. The family dog that everybody loves, like, it's very tragic. Like I said, it's an unfortunate event, but I don't think the delivery driver is wrong here. Okay, she's saying that she thought she was speaking to an older woman. That older woman could have also have a gun and be scared of dogs. It could have possibly done the same thing. Why are you, if you knew that you order Instacart, the whole point of Instacart is that it's happening live and you get to see it. Why are you not paying more attention, doing due diligence? Like, you don't order Instacart and be like, oh, I'm gonna take a shower. Like, they told you they're coming in 5 minutes. Like, what's happening, right? It's just unfortunate that this happened. And there's a video that came out and she's saying, oh, screaming, like, call the police, call the police. And he actually says, I am calling already the police. Of course I'm gonna call the police. Like, look what happened. It's just unfortunate, guys. So let me continue to read here. Instacart already came out with a statement saying nothing that they have suspended. Instacart said, noting that they have suspended the shopper from the platform, and work with the local law enforcement on the investigation. On May 14, the company provided further statement saying, our hearts continue to be with Ms. Harmon and her family following the disturbing incident. While we cannot comment on pending delegations, we have no tolerance for violence of any kind, and the shopper account has been permanently deactivated from our platform. Per the user agreement, Instacart prohibits any violence or aggression on the platform, including carrying a weapon. Like, I get that, right? So so let's just say, okay, so let's just say he's helping somebody with the Instacart, and you know, that's when you get in trouble, because if you're helping your friend with that account and you didn't go to training, I don't know how Instacart trains their shopper, if they have to watch any videos or things like that, you're gonna miss important information, right? So he got suspended because of the incident. Of course, that makes a lot of sense. He was carrying a weapon. That's something that Instacart completely you know, prohibits for their delivery person. But you know, now that I think about it, like, it tells you that this man, the delivery person, like, I would think if you're a delivery person, you know things like this are gonna happen. Meaning, a dog will come running towards you the minute you show up, right? there's a stranger coming, you can, out of anything, you probably will be expecting dogs to come out. So maybe you shouldn't be a delivery person if you don't feel comfortable around dogs, right? It's just that there's so many missed things that happen here, but I don't think, my point is, I don't think, it's a very unfortunate event that happened. Like the whole follow through of this whole ordeal went the wrong way, but I don't really think there's anybody at fault. It's very unfortunate like something like this happened, but it's not, it's almost like I don't think there's really anybody at fault. The guy panicked. Like, we don't know his story behind that. Should he be carrying weapons? I don't know. Like, does he have a permit for it? Right? That needs to be also investigated. They say that the police closed the investigation immediately. So, like, I wonder why that happened, right? They're saying he was doing self-defense. So, I mean, that's what he claimed, obviously. He said, your dog was biting me. You can hear him say that on the video, saying, your dog was biting me, of course, Did I think, in my opinion, I don't think that his intention was to completely kill the dog. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go deliver groceries, I'm gonna shoot the family dog in front of their children. Like, no, obviously not. This guy was trying to just make some money, right? That's what a lot of these people have, like I said, Instacart's a side hustle. It's a very unfortunate event. The other day, there was a video that came out from Brooklyn, I believe, of this guy being attacked completely by like 5 dogs. And what the police showed up and started shooting the dogs. As graphic as it sounds, guys, they have to do something. Imagine if the story was reversed here. Hear me out. Imagine if we say Angie Harmon is being sued by the family of this Instacart delivery man because he showed up to deliver the groceries and was attacked and killed by that family dog. Then it would be a complete reverse story. That's what I mean. Like, it could have gone completely off. Do I think her dog, Oliver, looked like one of those dogs? Who knows? Animals are animals. That's why you have to be careful. Everybody said, well, he doesn't do anything. He's our family dog. Yeah, he knows you guys. Like, that's why you have to respect. When people say to you, I don't feel comfortable with dogs, you have to respect that. There's no negotiating. If an adult person is telling you already that's it. You accept it, okay? Let me see what else was published here about this story. Per their user agreement, Instacart prohibits any violence or aggression on their platform, including carrying a weapon, like I said. They also prohibit fraud, including sharing account information and delegating shopping and delivery responsibility to someone who does not have an active account. Let me see, where's it? It is a disturbing incident that happened. It's just, my thing with this that happened is just that we all know how this app works. And I think one of the beauties about Instacart is that you get to see it live, right? You get to see when your shopper is saying to you messages from the grocery store, and you're like, oh man, he's already, like, he's on his way. Like, I'm getting my stuff like within 15 minutes. Like, where I live, I know it can be complicated to find my apartment. So I'm like, oh man, he's like right here. Let me go downstairs because I know they're probably gonna get lost, right? It's just due diligence to make the whole transaction runs better. Do you always have to get out and like do that? No. But like, I think a lot of people can relate. Like, if you have a dog and you're expecting a delivery live that is happening right now, like, we all know not everybody, like I said, is comfortable with dogs. And if you're expecting this delivery because, especially food, right? You're expecting this delivery, why don't make some type of due diligence and be like, guys, let's put the dog away. Do I have the guy coming? He's just gonna hand me my groceries and then he's gonna go, and then everything will be back to normal. I think that would be a more proactive thing to avoid any disturbing incident that might happen. Do we know, like, every driver, like, the app prohibits people from carrying a gun? Do we know that every driver that you order food from carries a gun or not? We don't know that, right? This is one of the first things that ever happened, I think, in this app. So it's just very unfortunate event that happened. It should have never gone this way. But I think there's also a little bit of fault on her part, specifically with something. It's not something that you order and you're like, oh, I get it in 5 days. Like, it's happening live. That's the beauty about this app, that you get to see it when the guy is within steps of your home. That's the beauty about this, because it's happening live. It's like I'm coming and you are expecting them, right? So, like, be ready. They're right there. So let me know what you guys think about this. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Have a good day. God bless. Hi, everybody. This is Julissa. I'm here to invite you to my podcast, Julissa Designs, and it can be found on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can join me every day as I make episodes of the latest news, real life stories, and I also share my favorite Bible verse. Hope to see you then. God bless. Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to know more about me, you can always visit www.julissadesigns.com. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.